Hello, everyone. Hope you guys had a great weekend. I am going to be doing my weekly trading review and then, of course, figure out what I can improve on and apply it into next week. So this week we only took three trades, which is pretty good. I feel like my average per week is usually 1 to 3 trades a week, which means that I'm being pretty selective. I'm pretty happy with my performance this week in terms of execution. Adapting to the 5 minute trend, that was definitely something I was focused on um since the beginning of July, and I have been applying that pretty well. And yeah, we'll go ahead and just kind of deep dive into the trades that I took. So we started Monday off pretty strong. We had a very nice, oh my gosh, why is it so big? What? First trade that we took was on gold. We were looking to short after price had broken below this higher time frame area of support. Was looking for a retracement back into that area, which we did get, aligned with higher time frame candle behavior, closing below the previous support level. And overall, it was just pretty simple, pretty easy. Identified our area of interest. We had our direction. We had our confirmations in our entry model, and we just took it and price ran the TP. This cough is getting ridiculous, by the way. That was first trade, obviously following that trend, right? Second trade was on July 16th, which ends up being Wednesday. So Wednesday, I took two trades, one being break even and one being a dub. The initial thesis was that price on the higher time frame was approaching an area of interest where there could be potential buying. And then if we take a look at the most previous structure as well, price had a huge move down, had about a 50% retracement of that huge move down, and then price was looking to move lower. And in my initial thesis was that taking a look at this initial move down before that 7 o'clock open, I was telling myself if price doesn't close below these levels here, it's giving me very high intuition slash probably it's there's a high probable chance of price bouncing from this area or seeing some sort of reaction out of this area to potentially move back up, right? Because if price doesn't want to close below these lows on the higher time frame, it's showing that buyers are showing acceptance below these areas, right? And if we take a look at the 30 minute, the 30 minute and 15 minute, we all closed above these levels after reacting into them. So my conviction for a move to the upside was pretty high. I wasn't looking for anything crazy. I was just looking for some sort of retracement before price decided to continue lower. And so on the 5 minute, it was pretty obvious that I was counter trending this move. However, I knew that this move to the downside on the 5 minute was pretty strong and looks pretty exhausted. And price never closed below any of these levels down here. So after we saw this 5 minute bullish close, I was looking to get an entry on the pullback, which we did get. Again, I apologize for this coughing. I'm so sick of it as well, but whatever. And aligned it with the lower time frame shift in structure at this area of interest. So I did get in right here. I was looking to target these highs or just get some like around a 1 to 1 on this. After price broke above these highs, I did move stops to break even, in which I think was a pretty smart move. And price did end up hitting near my target, but not really. But other than that, I think that trade management on this trade was pretty good because I was very much aware of the overall trend being bearish and where we were trading at. So I knew that the opportunity for a higher risk to reward was not there. Hence why I de-risked. And then the last trade of the week, we took that one on July 16th as well. Ended up taking it on NASDAQ, was looking for longs, and we'll go ahead and show it. So my original thesis for NASDAQ, if we take a look at the hourly, we take a look at the hourly, obviously price is kind of ranging. I would say a little bit more bullish because we took out these highs and we're kind of defending these lows right here. This is ignore this candle right here. That's not what we saw before or during current price action, but previous 1 hour bearish can had a bearish candle close. And then looking at the 30-minute, price was moving up. We did get a shift in structure to go bearish right after breaking these lows. Price attempted to move lower, and then we had a shift bullish in structure as well. So initially, before seeing these two bearish candles, right, we're focused on this huge one right here. Price was still within that type 3 bullish shift. So I was looking for a reaction near these lows right here just because I knew that, even if there isn't a possibility where price fully shifts, we can catch something around here because we're trading in discount after this rally up and then this move down. We were still trading within these lows. So I was just patiently waiting to see what the 15-minute was gonna do. And once we got that 15-minute bullish candle close, we got a 15-minute bullish candle close. I placed my limit orders right here at the open close, looking for anticipation to retrace some of this move down, right? Because I was paying attention to this shift in structure. I was looking to play the move back up. I didn't play it to the full 15-minute target. However, I knew that I could catch a piece of the move. And so the 5-minute was also showing signs of bullishness as price was curling. We had three bullish candles close. And then, of course, we do get that shift in structure right here. Got in on the pullback, stops below the lows, was looking to target up to these highs, in which I could have the opportunity to hold. However, I did just end up covering my profits at a 1.5, 1.6 R. Total potential R could have been 2.8. So I think in terms of where I take my profits, I'm not mad because I'm at least getting a little over a 1-to-1. However, I would like to be able to trust my intuition a little bit more to hold to higher targets. But I'm also not going to complain because I would rather have a higher risk to or a higher win rate than have a higher risk to reward. And I think that's just more of for me to be able to maintain my confidence in my trading. But other than that, pretty good month so far. We're about to pass the combine, but I will say that let me get a 15-minute time. I will say that there's no rush. If it happens, it happens. I want to just still focus on the process, still focus on just trading the charts, to remain super detached from the money because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much money you make. It matters how well you follow your system because that's what creates your sustainability in trading in the long run. So that's all I'm looking to improve. Definitely next week, I'm looking to size down on those combines since I am close to reaching it. There's no point in risking $1,500 a trade if I could risk 1,000 and get a 1.5 R and pass, right? It's just all about de-risking and risk management is key. I'm gonna still maintain my 350 risk on my live account and then 100 on that small account that I'm doing. So 450 in live capital essentially being risked and then 1,000 to 1,200 for the combines. And then after that, I will go ahead and update my risk parameters moving into the Express account. So that'll be for next week. And hopefully by next week my cough goes away. But overall, very good week. I'm gonna go ahead and hop on the charts, back test, study up. I sound like a fucking retard when I talk. Jesus. But anyways, yeah, that's gonna be the weekly review, and I will catch you guys next week. Holy fuck, dude.